Where would you like to fly to? Win.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real. Blue leaf tubers are a delicacy around the world, but they're rare, very rare. The only place to find them is here in the Barrens, deep in the earth, in Razorfen Crowl. And even then, they're impossible to find unless you know just where to look. That's why I've trained these snuffle-nosed gophers to find them for me. They have great noses and can smell a tuber from 50 paces away. It won't be easy, but if you get me some tubers, I'll pay you handsomely.
Talk to me. For real. For the Horde!
You're in trouble now.
This fucking quest, man. Holy shit, my brain is so fried.
Thanks again, friend. I told you I'd make it worth your while. Have a good one.
As you can see, adventurer, we're up to some very interesting experiments at the Royal Apothecary Society. As the master here, it is my job to oversee the most ambitious of our alchemical attempts. So much work and so little time. You look well traveled for an adventurer. Perhaps you can aid me. I'm in need of a rare substance. It's foul material. It comes from a rare species of bats only found in the muck hole known as razorfin crowl. Bring to me the guano from the crowl bats so we can begin our work.
Let's get this party started.
Victory for Gamagan.
troublesome whelps! I'll teach you to interfere! You outsiders will pay for encroaching on our land!
Let's
Ah,
get this party started.
my power rules here! Our
Holy
new
shit.
allies will avenge us!
As the wind on the plains, you are always welcome here.
Be careful.
Where would you like to fly to? Walk.
Hey, Dream! Sorry. Dr. Nail. Good day. Oh my god, my brain is so fried. Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I just missed your message or something. Yeah, 14 hours again. Yesterday 16, today 14. Not sure how long I can make it today. How are you doing? How was your day? Tell me about it. Well, it's quite okay-ish not to get personal on Twitch, but I have problems with anxiety and I'm in a rough patch at the moment. Oh, okay. This certainly has certain triggers, I can imagine.
Hey, how you doing?
But do you feel better now, or is it pretty bad right now? I mean, you don't have to tell me why that is the case. But sometimes talking about certain things helps, right? Not sometimes, almost always.
Keep it real.
What's up? Great, you got them. I can sell these to my contacts for a bundle. Thanks for the delivery, adventurer. You are a great partner.
I got what you need. Have a good one. Talk to me. Hurry back.
Yeah, what I had when I was a bit younger, I had pretty bad panic attacks. The weirdest part about all of this was I had them when I felt like it was a situation where I normally felt the most chill and the most relaxed. Just by myself when it was dark. Normally that was just my jam, you know. But then I had like this weird panic attacks always when it was dark and when I was alone. This was so weird. Took like, I don't know, almost a year to get over this. The weirdest part about all of that is I knew that the fear I felt, or yeah, the panic wasn't real. There wasn't like a real trigger to that. That was 100% clear to me, but it didn't change, right? The situation. I'm not sure therapy helped me, probably. But there wasn't like a particular moment where I said, okay, that actually helped, right? There was a time where I was, how do I say this? There was a time where I dived very deep into my childhood and I had some trauma, you know, that wasn't resolved and stuff like that. And after that it got better pretty fast, actually. I mean, working with people, I mean, I'm a social worker. And knowing a lot of people that went through this, it's almost always childhood trauma. Almost always. I think like it's like 90% or something. The weirdest part about all of this is there wasn't like the ICD-10 or 10 is like this like the big book about mental illnesses. And there wasn't even something like childhood trauma in it. Like they just added that. This kind of blows my mind, to be honest. I mean, when I studied social work, that wasn't a thing. There wasn't a diagnosis of having childhood trauma, which is kind of crazy when you think that almost every reason for depression, anxiety has to do with childhood trauma, which is kind of crazy too, right? But yeah, but I'm happy to hear that you find a way to deal with this, or yeah, at least yeah, be able to deal with that. Oh, group therapy. Yes. This is exactly what my findings are too. I spent a lot of time with people who had mental problems. Like I spent a lot of time around people who had borderline personal disorders. A lot of people who were addicts, a lot of people who were porn addicts, normal addicts. And again, I'm a social worker, that is my job, so I spend a lot of time with addicts in any shape or form. And I can maybe remember maybe a handful situation where it was not childhood trauma. So, and the craziest part about all of this is healing childhood trauma is almost always the same. It's the same thing you do, basically. So crazy. Like, imagine through all this mess there is a universal answer. This is kind of crazy to me. Almost nobody knows that. I mean, of course, all the therapist knows that, but I sometimes think they don't want to tell that too early. I mean, therapy kind of lives from that, right?
I see the nasty
Oh my
tribe of
god, those
Razorfen
shoulders are
Prowl
so sexy.
now knows the pain of my people.
4K experience,
Serves
also
the
very
foul
sexy.
beasts right.
Bonk.
To drive one from a holy land is a sin, worthy of the most severe revenge. Thank you, adventurer, for aiding me in my plight.
Oh no, I disenchant you.
Farewell. Peace.
I never was in group therapy.
Walk with the Earth Mother.
There's no reason for that, but I never was. Yeah, now I can accept this quest. Before that I couldn't. That was the reason. God damn it. That is a very good question, and I think every social worker had to answer that at some point. I realized that very early on that
One sees that its reputation for strength and speed is well
you need a certain mindset. If you don't have this, you will be in therapy a long time. It is a hard job when you... How the fuck do I explain this? There's a certain attitude you have, right? And you should develop this even when you study, like before you even get into the job. And what I did after my studying years, I did a certificate year where you work for 1 year, you get not the full pay, but you like half student, half social worker kind of, to, you know, get your skills, your practical skills up to some degree, right? And then in that year, I realized that a lot of people, a lot of social workers, they have like a very wrong attitude towards their work. They're either completely biased, extremely judgmental, and they behave like normal people. And with that, I mean, they basically behave how they would behave if the situation would happen to them privately, which is very, very bad, right? So they had like certain teenagers that they liked more than others, right? And they behave different towards them, which should never be the case. And the other reason is, again, they just reacted to situations if they would be private there. Like this could be, I don't know, a teenager of I don't know, of like a friend, like the son or something, right? And that is very bad, because then you take certain things personally, which is kind of insane. Like, imagine the situation. you start to work in a living group, right? You have, I don't know, let's say 15 teenagers there. They live there every day. They live there because they can't be at home because, you know, the parents are bad, or the state thought that it's just too dangerous to stay at home. So this is their temporary home now, and you are some sort of like a replacement father or mother for this child, right? And a lot of those kids, they have severe crazy problems, right? Like insanely crazy problems. Some got abused, some got, you know, I could say things now to make it sound crazier, but I don't want to do that. You know, what people do to each other is sometimes very, very cruel. And now the social worker goes in that situation with his or her private judgmental system, basically. Don't really think about a professional attitude or like don't think about any professional attitude or whatever, right? And then just think that that teenager magically completely changed, right? You know, for example, there's like, I don't know, a girl, she is 14, she takes drugs for like 3 years now, and suddenly that one social worker is there and everything will be good now. This is not how this works. People are people in the end, right? And your question is very good, because this is what a lot of social workers don't get. That this is how it is sometimes, right? That shouldn't mean you should give up like instantly. This is not what I mean, but taking everything personally is just makes this job very, very hard. And I think a lot of social workers are very bad at it's kind of hard to explain for somebody who isn't into social work. So there's something you always try to develop. It's like, we call it
Now what?
it's relationship work. It kind of sounds cheesy in English. In German it calls differently. It sounds differently. So basically try to get a base of trust, so that the client, or in that case the teenager, talks to you and trusts you, so you can try things like, you know, going to school again, making your homework, not taking drugs 7 days a week, maybe only 5, right? So there's like some sort of bond, and this is part of your job, basically, that you develop that. So this is actually something you do. And if you're really good at this, and this is something I completely focused myself while studying and after that, so I really went very deep into this topic, because I think this is one of the most important skills you have to have. And then suddenly everything becomes easier. But it is a hard job if you don't really understand those things. But those things, I think they come with age too. Some of them. You have to have some sort of protective barrier between your normal emotions and the emotions you have on your job, basically. If you don't develop that, then certain things that happen at work with sometimes people who are mentally ill, this will just has way too crazy impact on you, right? I mean, there's sometimes so crazy things that happen that you can't make this up. Like, they are so bad, and if you start to take this personally, this would, you will have a very hard time. What I sometimes do is just thinking about something when I think this is like interesting or what happened, you know. I don't really take work at home. I've been very lucky with social workers, both myself and when we have needed help for our son. but the ones I'm with in a group therapy have been very unlucky and have sometimes made their mental issues worse. Yeah, I can 100% understand why. So I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's working as a social worker, and then really, like, this maybe sounds weird, but I'm not half-assing anything. If I do something, I do it like for real, for real. There is no half-assing in my life. Either I do something like 100% or I just don't do it. Right? Everything I do, I have this mindset. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's fine. I understand your point. And being a social worker is not something I half-ass, because there are people, you know? I work on people. You're supposed to be the person that helps somebody to get over something terrible. And when you're bad at your job, right, you make things worse, you know? And a lot of social workers I know, not all of them, but I would say, I don't know, at least 70%. They just think this is just like, you know, a chill job. You just sit in your office, you drink coffee and whatever, and you talk. Yeah, sometimes this is like this, and this is actually good sometimes, right? But that attitude this will not make you a good social worker. You will be absolutely horrible. I have a good friend. She works at the justice system in Germany.
Can I help you?
She is a social worker too, and we sometimes talk about this.
I make it my job to get people what they need.
How bad some certain people are when it comes to social work. They just suck. Right? They have so much power. They have sometimes very crazy responsibilities, but they're just terrible. And then those things happen, right? If those people, can you shut the fuck up? Thank you. And then things happen that some social worker make the problem worse. I always say they are not the solution, they're part of the problem. And that sounds very harsh, yes, but it's true. Nobody needs somebody who makes something worse, right? Nobody needs that. And thinking that I could be that person, I don't know. This is not going to happen. Sure, you can make mistakes. Right? Sometimes certain situations, you know, you maybe misjudge something. That always happen, but it's just the attitude, right? Just sitting around and smiling and nodding, it is not enough, right? Being a social worker is way more than that, or should be way more than that. Therefore, sadly, a lot of social workers are just trash. But the problem with that is you can't really tell anybody, because every social worker thinks he's the best. This actually triggers me. Like, imagine studying for 3 years or 3.5 years, and then going for the certificate year, another year, and maybe then another certificate in a certain, like you like specialize in addiction or something, just to be trash. Just imagine, like, what a fucking waste.
Where would you like to fly to?
Another 6-minute flight. I know, I'm very harsh when it comes to that, because I'm very blunt in general. I just saw this it's so many places, like good and bad social worker, what they do and what they sometimes don't do, right? As you just explained there. I saw this so many times. I guess it is what it is. But I'm very happy that you had luck with that. That's very good. Again, not everyone is bad, right? But I think that a lot of social workers, they really underestimate how much responsibility they actually have. Even though we're not like therapists, we shouldn't do work like therapists do, but we spend way more time with clients, right? When they have their crises or when they struggle with certain things, we are the people who are basically there, right? So even though we're not like doing this deep mental work, it does matter that that doesn't mean that you can just sit around and do nothing, right? It doesn't make any sense. Sorry, I'm ranting a bit too much. Oh. But the problem with that is, yeah, it's super important job. You can't just hire anybody for that, like you said. Let's have a lot of no problem. I think it's interesting. Yeah, the problem is that there's such a weird situation because Germany is a country where social things, we are like a social state, right? Therefore, like social programs and institutions and companies, this is like a big thing in Germany, right? Social work is very big here, like seriously big. And therefore there are always projects that don't have enough social workers. So even though you may be not like a good social worker, because there's such a high demand in social worker, because the state just gives a lot of money for projects, right? That a lot of people, like employers, they just hire everything they can get, because then they can, you know, do certain projects and make money out of that. So that is the reason this happens. It's not that there's like a long process of people interviewing 20 social workers and then they pick the best two. That's not how this works, sadly. Some institutions do that, and the justice system does that too, but those are like the only ones. So there's always a demand for social worker, right? Even though I'm not working right now, I'm taking a break of work. I have enough money, so I don't really have to work right now. There is, I don't know. If I want to, I would have a new job in like, I don't know, next week. I could just start, like directly. I'm serious. This is how crazy this is. Especially as a man, right? I mean, that makes it way more easier. So there's just so many opportunities for social worker because there's so many potential. It's like they have like some sort of, how the fuck do I explain this? Like imagine there's like a certain amount of money that the state is willing to give for social things, right? They have like some sort of like obligation to do so. And at some point they just say yes to everything somebody comes around. So there's like a private investor, he says, you know what? I have like a living group here There's only teenagers and they're all addicts and they don't have like a place to sleep. Basically that. So you need, I don't know, 7 social workers for that, and if you have that, I give you like, I don't know, X amount of money for this. Like for every teenager, this amount of money every day, basically. Right? And the state just says yes. Basically every time. Because there's always some sort of need for that, right? That is the reason there's basically always a demand for social workers, and there will probably always will be, unless there's like a big change in our social system. But the problem is, Germany itself claims itself as like a social state or a social system state, and then they can't really go away from this. It doesn't really work. A lot of systems are built on top of that, right? Like certain insurance we pay, certain taxes. This all has like some sort of like, it's very deep ingrained in our law system that it is how it is, basically. Kinda hard to explain.
You know enough to be dangerous, but you still look like you need training.
Okay, drain life. Give me that shit. Immolation, yes. Do I really want to have Hellfire? I will kill myself with this. I will not train that. Oh, nice. Demon Arm. Level 2. It's so nice. Why do I can even buy this? Can I troll people and give them like a soul stone? That's actually fucking funny. There's no way I cast this. I would love to, but level 30.
Demons more powerful.
Do I get something
It'll
cool?
cost you, but you've come to the right place.
Flash of Pain I just got. Seduction. Soothing Kiss. Invisibility is level 32. Okay. Yeah, could be. I think, yeah. Scandinavian, like, yeah. Scandinavian countries. Denmark. Yeah. Okay, Rig Wars. How's Denmark, actually? What do you like about Denmark? Always interested in going there, actually. Demon skin, demon armor. Ooh. Give me that. What else did I learn? Demon armor, drain life, immolation. Ooh. This claps now. Jonk.
A note from Corrin. He has been a loyal servant for some time now. I was wondering how his duties were going in the crossroads. So Corrin has come to a similar conclusion about these insects. They seem to be a larger threat than we assumed. A few days ago, a hunter returned to me from Thousand Needles nearly dead. He was with a raiding party sent to drive a dwarven excavation team out of the Shimmering Flats. During the attack, more of these insects erupted from a cave in the dig site and nearly killed the party. They were led by Mokhtar Kryn, and they've taken refuge on the border of the Shimmering Flats. Bring him this note.
Gnome technology! 2 years ago, its most common use was as a punchline. Times certainly have changed. Now they've got a new rig built that's better than all our shredder models combined.
Abaddon.
I need the blueprints, adventurer. Fortunately, the
walls,
plans are
treasure
locked away in a
walls.
safe near Mechionir Thermoplug. To make matters worse, the combination to the safe is only known by Mechgineer Thermoplug. Do whatever you have to do to get that combination,
But
adventurer.
this quest is pretty cool. I
Crack
wanna.
open that safe and bring back those blueprints. As soon as we got word from Kernobi about the new Gnomish rig, Scooty and I began work on the Transpolyporter 6000, the fastest and most reliable way to Gnomerigan. It's finally ready for passengers to board, adventurer. If you want to give it a try, go to Booty Bay and talk with Scooty at the Windrider Roost. To get to Booty Bay, take the boat from Ratchet. Of course, you could always try and make the run to Gnomerigan through the dwarf-infested mountains of Dunmoreau. Gnome technology! 2 years ago, its most common use was as a punchline. Times certainly have changed.
That's a good question. Probably the thing we talked about. There is help when you need it, for me at least. It's in a good spot. It's rarely hit with crazy storms or floods. Yeah, that's never the case in Germany too. I'm very thankful for this. And most people are nice and respect each other. Yeah. Yeah, then I think that's very similar to Germany too. I think. For me, that is very important. Sure, there are idiots in Germany too, right? But it's just
So Corrin has come to a similar conclusion about these insects. They seem to be a larger threat
okay, I
than
just
we
did
assumed.
that.
A few days ago, a hunter
I just
returned to
did
me
that.
from Thousand Needles nearly dead. He was with a raiding party sent to drive a dwarven excavation team out of the Shimmering Flats. During the attack, more of these insects erupted from a cave in the dig site and nearly killed the party.
Relations.
They were led by Mokhtar Kryn, and they've taken refuge on the border of the
Oh
Shim
my god, I
Award.
can't listen to this right now. What I like about Germany in comparison to like the Philippines, for example, it's so clean, right? And I think that certain things are very organized. I like this. What? And then there's the one guy burning the Quran in Denmark and Sweden and causing problems for both countries. Yeah, of course. I mean, this is like a given, right? We're talking about humans after all.
Greetings and salutations, hero. I have the latest news from both continents and points beyond for your consideration.
Burning, I didn't heard about this. Like serious? Okay. That's kinda crazy. Where is this fucker? Sorry. Yeah, I'm not somebody who's big in listening to news and stuff. I'm really bad at this. I rarely watch TV or listen to radio. If those things happen, I'm most of the time always one of the last people who hear from this. So yeah, there you go. Do we have that quest already? No, I don't.
Togra. Be safe.
Kosovo became hesitant to start a massive riot among Muslims in Sweden. But why? For what reason? Don't really get that. Yeah, maybe I should read up about this. So.
Greetings and salutations, hero.
He should
I
have the
latest
quest,
news from both continents
but he
and points
doesn't.
beyond for your consideration.
I'm blind.
Be still, adventurer, and allow me to share with you something important to our people, but far from obvious. We are a proud
He
race,
burned the
and
Quran,
war
like, this
with
is-
humans tried even Thrall's great patience.
It's
You
fine,
see,
I have to
our
read
war
everything
chief is
10
wise
times
and prudent,
anyway,
and he
so-
continues to put his people
just-
first. Ultimately, he is a diplomat. And in
Not
his
sure
time
if
with
I
the
can do that
humans, he
tomorrow
learned much of
again.
their ways. If the tale I've started piques your interest,
I mean, if
then
I make
find
one mistake, I'm
Keldron near
dead,
the
so...
western exit of the
Shut the fuck up. I mean, you just missed one thing there, right? Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 situations where I got really mad. And sometimes just like mobs come out of nowhere, like cause like buggy shit or something.
Bhutani, noble adventurer. I am Keldron, student of magic and other mystical arts. The business craven sent you
my
here to
God,
speak
this
to me
running
about requires a
around.
touch more subtlety than you've previously needed, but that does not mean you cannot still aid our cause. Please, make yourself comfortable, and I
Oh,
shall tell you why the
fuck, I have to
Warchief
go
has
to
need of
Ratchet
my aid
before
and yours.
I can do
It
that.
starts with appearances, adventurer. How the Horde sees itself.
Wait,
How
I have to
our
bring
allies
this to
see us.
Ratchet, right?
And most
Give me 1
importantly,
second. I have to
how
check
our
this.
enemies see us. As the
Yes.
Alliance progresses deeper and
No.
deeper into Kalimdor, incorrect conclusions may be drawn about the Horde making pacts with the Burning
Why is my
Legion. The
inventory
War
so
Chief cannot
full?
allow that to happen. And with his blessing, I'm taking control of overseeing them removed.
Okay, when I go to
I have agents in
Undercity,
the
I
area of
can
Desolus,
smash
the
this
Ghostwalker
in,
post, north of the Great
and I can
Kodo
smash
Graveyard.
this in.
Head south of the Charred Vale in the Stone
This
Talon
is something I
Mountains,
should
and
send
you should
away
come across it.
anyways.
When you arrive, seek out Takata Steel.
Yeah, I don't know why I have so many of them. This I need with 40 maybe. Like this the earliest. So I just put this into the fucking bank.
Would you rather trust your goods with a goblin?
Chonk, chonk. I can hand this in now. Yeah, when I stay there, I will hand this in and this into her. This feels good. Oh yeah, parts. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, my brain. No! Oh my god. Holy shit. There's no way. Tuku. Trying to ratchet then back again. I'm wasting so much time right now, it's crazy. Because of this one fucking quest. Problem is that this quest has like 10 follow-ups or something.
You haven't lived until you've looked down on the world from the back of a Wind Rider.
Oh man. I was just like streaming, and then after like 10 hours, I think I didn't say one word for like 3.5 hours or something. I was just sitting here, completely zoned in, running after quests and doing like dungeons or something. I completely spaced out, right? How do people do that? They stream for like 20 hours and they interact with chat, you know, play the game, and I don't. There's no fucking way. I mean, being level 30 is pretty cool. But the hard part about this game just started, right? Getting to 30, 35 goes pretty quick. The hard part is like 40 plus, or let's say 50 plus. Oh yeah, I have to fly to fucking Ratchet. Sorry. Doom, 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 doom. There we go.
Yo! Oh yes, parts for Cravel. I'm glad you're here. These things have been sitting out here for days, and I was afraid they'd rust. Here's Cravel's package, adventurer, and when you deliver it, tell him if he wants more
Another
special
fucking
orders,
crate.
then he'll have to pay his tab. Yo!
And back.
For real.
I don't know. I think it's crazy. With me, it's the age. I used to be able to stay up for almost 2 days. And LAN parties, as we called them. Now I need my sleep. I think, yeah, you can say it's the age. I think it is the age, but it's not the age, if this makes sense. It's the same that people say that when they age, the time flies faster. This is, I think, something that is not really true, I feel like. But when you get older, it's just more likely that this happens because you are older. Kind of hard to explain. I just feel better when I sleep. This is just my thing. But when I was younger, there were like games, and you hadn't those 10,000 hours of gaming experience before, right? And then you can just stay up all night and play for like 40 hours plus. You didn't care. Because it was so amazing and you never did that before and it felt so cool and it was so fun. But now if you boot up a game, you basically know this game already. It's very rare that you don't know a game already. Even if you don't know, there are probably 1,000 guides to that game that explain everything. Oh, it's very different, I feel. Like, my crazy experience when it comes to stuff like that was like Warcraft 3. There was a time where I had problems, you know, with money and stuff, and I didn't have internet. And then I went on a LAN party, and I had internet for the first time for like 2 years, and I had Warcraft 3. And then I played Battle.net, and that was so cool, it was so fun, that I basically played for 70 hours straight. Like, I was chain playing, like without, you know, a break. just like that. And then when the other dudes, they went to sleep, I just played online. All night, and then they came back next morning at like 9 AM. I was just sitting there, you know, and was smashing basically. But now I could never do that because I don't think it's fun. And I just feel, I don't know, I sometimes just ask myself, how do I feel the best? And I feel the best when I worked out and when I slept. You know? And maybe ate something good. Then I just feel the best. But yeah, it could be. I mean, when you're 20, you can eat the worst stuff ever and it's fine, basically. Well, now I can run to this thing. Jonk. And the reason why time flies faster when you get older, it's just... You don't... I think when you're young, you do a lot of things that are new. And this, I think, kind of makes it that time feels slower. Because there's a lot of new things happening. But when you get older, you tend not to do that. It gets less and less and less the case. I think that is the reason. because when I rarely do that. I always do something new, you know. I start to learn like coding, for example, to some degree. Then I started to make a YouTube channel. Then I started learning Muay Thai. Then I started learning a new language. Then I got a new skill in a different thing, you know. Then I did a lot of things when it comes to personal development. I learned a lot about this. I'm always doing something new. I mean, that is completely out of my comfort zone, and I don't have to. That time really flies so much. I don't feel like that at all. I don't know. I remember when I was going to the movie theater to watch Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, with Don Bond and Warner Brothers. I had just come home from Milan weekend. I fell asleep within the first 5 minutes. I was looking forward to the movie. It reminds me of a small story. When I was, I don't know, 16 or something, there was like a new horror movie, House of Haunted Hill. And at that time I really liked House of Haunted Hill. But I really liked horror movies. But we smoked a joint before that. And I was like really stoned, and then we were sitting in this fucking theater, and I don't know, something happened to me in this moment, watching that movie, very stoned, that I hated horror movies afterwards. I never watched a horror movie after that ever again. And before that, I watched every splatter movie, everything, right? That's not a nice combo, yeah. I was young and I didn't know better. Now I do. Like, I really remember the second when I was sitting there, realizing I'm watching like the horror movie, and there was like the first scene where there was like a news reporter, and she got like, I don't know, dragged into the wall, and there was like only blood, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And I looked at my friend. He was completely stoned, but he was just sitting there. He was like, you know, he had like his girlfriend there and stuff. He wasn't really watching the movie, you know. And then yeah, I watched the movie, and there was like one scene. I will never forget the scene. They were in the room where this machine was. They had like the idea. When they had like people who were mentally ill, when medicine wasn't that advanced, right? That they shoot insanity on people who are insane, and therefore this kind of makes them normal again, basically. And they had like this machine that was like creating illusions, but of course, like the ghosts of the house were in this machine too, and make this thing like the most fucked up thing ever. I was just sitting there, I was watching my friend, and he was, he was occupied with something else. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? You know, I have to get out of here. And then he said, hey dude, shut the fuck up. Watch the fucking movie. Like, I was just like, I don't know. I watched this thing to the end, but yeah, again, something happened that day. So this was this kind of reminded me of that. I don't know why. But it's fine. I think horror movies are just weird. I don't like horror movies anymore. I also used to watch every bad horror movie out there. I think it's after I became a father. Yeah, especially splatter movies. Like I loved Evil Dead and Army of the Darkness. Holy shit, I love those movies. I still think they're very good. Army of the Darkness is just the best shit ever. Like this is so good. Yeah, but I heard this actually pretty often that yeah, when you become a father, something kind of changes. Event Horizon, I never saw this, but yeah, I think that this was even when I wasn't watching anymore. Army of Darkness is so good. It's so good. That actor is just he is just the fucking best. Bruce Campbell. Why are you dead, huh? How do you die here?
Be quick about your business.
I accept this quest? There's no
The
way.
harlot.
It's
the
way too
swine.
early.
Kanata still lives, her family healthy and prospering while I suffer. Forsaken indeed. My family is gone, taken by the plague. Our estate also forfeit, looted and burned during the war. And after all that,
this a
her and
poem?
her lousy children had the audacity to steal the only precious
Claro.
belongings I had left.
Berata.
I don't care
Ne.
about the things they stole anymore.
Ich hab
What
es
I
gesagt,
want
ich
now
hab es
are their
gesagt.
heads. Kill them for me. Go to
That
the
movie is so
Dabbly
good.
farmstead in Arrah,
Oh my god.
northeast of Refuge Point.
Oh come on, shut the fuck up. Oh, those soothing spices are here, right? Yeah.
Cooking is a lifelong pursuit, and I see we share the same passion.
Okay, one soothing spice I bought. The hammer may fall. That's not here. That's in Hillspread. It's such a cool concept, right? Army of the Darkness. But I think Evil Dead is pretty fucked up. Some more 40k fans think Event Horizon is the prequel to that lore. The prequel to Evil Dead? I'm sorry, do I misunderstand something? There's no way. Warhammer 40k is... How do I say this? Is the craziest lore ever. Nothing comes even close. Everything you can think of, even the most insane, crazy shit
And splendid.
that exists in
Start we
Warhammer
needed,
40k.
adventurer.
Everything.
Why do I need a rare type of guano, you might ask? Well, for this experiment, I want to see what effect two diametrically opposed chemical substances can have on each other, especially when both are combined with an ever-toxic agent to ensure the most ghastly results.
I couldn't pretty much too.
this benefit me?
Good. Get rid of this fucking quest items. And now I'm actually at a point where horror movies kinda annoy me, to be honest. I don't get the point of them at all. Like something, what was a very famous horror movie? I mean, there's like always people, they kind of in a room and they have to do certain things and then terrible things happen to them. There's like this Saw or something? I don't know. No. Not with Jason. It wasn't really a horror movie, but kinda was. I don't want to Google it, so. I saw, I think, every Friday the 13th. Every Jason movie. I liked them more than Freddy Krueger, for example. Maybe there's now... Okay, Shadow. Love. I mean, that's seven shadow spell damage or 5 stamina. That's actually not that bad. Fuck it. Just look if there's the good upgrades. Nope. Doesn't make any sense. My legs are really bad. Boss spell damage. Fuck that. Holy spell damage. Oh, they could be good, but they're not. Yeah, whatever, it's fine. Oh, maybe they have now silk bags. Container. Silk. 1 gold, 50? Fuck you. Yeah, not my level, but maybe 10 levels lower or something. You never know, right? Could be, but you're probably right. There are rumors about somebody who is 43 or something right now. Like there's no fucking way.
Remember.
Let's check. Ooh. Let's make 35 to yes, 141 mage. Yeah, I know what he does. He grinds murlocs all the fucking time. I think I'm not that high actually. I mean, let's say 30 to 33. I mean, 16 people, right? I'm almost 31, by the way. There's one Warlock higher than me? What? Yeah, my big mistake was I slept 8 hours last night. I should have slept like 6 or 5 or so. What are they doing up here? They're grinding Yetis? I have so many low level quests here. The physics of the breasts are pretty funny. They move in and out and in.
Weaklings, all of them. You, adventurer.
So many
what
quests
are you looking
here.
at? Think you're something special, huh? Why not prove it?
Yeah, I think I'm
Fallout
something
Post in
special.
Arathi
Oh, you have a
under
problem
attack.
with that, huh, bitch?
Unless we send them help soon, their demise is imminent. But before you go rushing off, you may want to test your skills first. Northeast of Stromgarde in Arathi is an ogre mound inhabited by the Boulder Fist tribe. When you can handle the ogres and enforcers there, then report to Drumfell in Hammerfall.
Mission accomplished, adventurer, and carried out quite skillfully, I might add. The town of Hillsbrad is in disarray, and we believe it will
I
soon
think I will
fall.
not go to
We
Stone
must,
Talent
however,
Mountains
persist in our
ever again.
ruthlessness until the human
Fuck
scum
this
are
shithole.
wiped from the foothills for eternity. Despite their overwhelming losses, the humans rally around their leadership and keep fighting. We must eliminate their leader, Magistrate Burnside, as well as the town council. Destroy their revered political document as well, the Hillsbrad Proclamation. And while you're at it, steal the town registry.
At last we begin to hear word and rumor. Find evidence of Goldir's whereabouts. The humans have been moving him around, but we are narrowing down our search and focusing on the large syndicate camp just north of here. Go there, adventurer, and bring back whatever information you can get your hands on.
Master Helkula was almost complete with his transformation into a lich when a human
I think I'm
lynch
gonna
mob
head in
discovered his
early, but
ritual
nice
lair
talking
in
to
the
you,
hills
Dream.
and
Sleep
brutally
well when you
killed
collapse in a few hours.
To make matters worse, they
I'm actually
buried
thinking
his
all the
corpse in
time
the
just
South
going to
Shore
sleep. Like,
Cemetery. Such disregard.
yeah, it
for
was
the
really
great
nice talking to you.
wisdom is unacceptable.
Like,
As his
you're probably the
apprentice
reason
tried to see to
I
it
didn't
that the reins
go
of
to sleep
vengeance fall
already.
upon the town.
Have a great sleep. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Thanks for, you know, sticking around and stuff. They hit pretty hard, man. Ooh. Kinda crazy. When I grinded Kolka, they were level 25, you just instant kill everything. And now they are level 30 and it takes forever. Holy crap. They never drop. I mean, good thing they're all there, but holy crap, man. Nice. This is not even line of sight, fuck you. Okay, this is rough. I should utilize that wand more. The thing does a lot of damage actually, and I can wreck mana while using that.